Hello there, nice to meet you. I am here to spread awareness. Do you know that there are several misconceptions about therapy for special needs? But before that, let me tell you something important. What is therapy? Therapy is about learning for kids and parents. It is about finding the best tools to support the child's ability to thrive and be happy. There are several types of therapy I can tell you about. Sensory integration therapy is used to help children learn to use all their senses together. That is, touch, smell, taste, sight and hearing. Occupational therapy is a branch of healthcare that helps with barriers that affect a person's emotional, social, and physical needs. This mostly includes improving daily living skills. Speech therapy assesses and treats speech disorders and communication problems. It helps people develop skills like comprehension, clarity, voice, fluency, and sound production. Now that's done, let's move on to the main topic of this video. What are the misconceptions of therapy for special needs? Misconception 1. Therapy is an instant solution. Therapy is not an instant solution. Therapy is a continuous effort that requires a lot of commitment and is somehow time-consuming. Going to therapy doesn't mean that your child will be okay in one day. Some children are slow in their improvement and some are fast. It varies depending on the child. So, there's no absolute answer to how long the child can finally show signs of improvement. Remember, it is a continuous effort. The child comes to therapy only 2 or 3 times a week, and the majority of the time in the week, they spend at home. Parents also play a role here. Spend time with the child, continue to support him or even at home, and don't completely rely on therapy. It is a joint collaboration between the parents, the child and the therapist. So, let's break the misconception. Therapy is not an instant solution. It is a continuous effort and commitment. Misconception 2. Depending on therapy so that my child is always better. Here is the truth. Depending on therapy is good. But the goal of therapy is so that the client is independent from it. Ironic, isn't it? Therapy exists so that the child can be independent, not dependent. It is a good sign when the child doesn't need to go to therapy anymore. It means they are ready to go to the next step of their life. So, making the children go to the same therapy again so that they can maintain their progress might hinder their further growth. A change of pace might be better for them. Misconception 3. Sensory integration therapy, occupational therapy and speech therapy are unrelated to each other. Sensory integration therapy, occupational therapy and speech therapy are related to each other. Just like siblings, these therapies all involve cognitive functioning. Sensory, motor skills and speech are all originated or processed in the brain or cognitive. By giving these therapies, the child will be able to be exposed to sensory and motor activities while also working on language, improving the cognitive processing in different areas. Some children may have coexisting disorders and symptoms that cross a wide variety of developmental areas. For example, a child who is diagnosed with autism spectrum disorder will most likely have sensory processing difficulties, as well as communication difficulties. Besides, using a multidisciplinary approach is more effective and beneficial to the child. That's all from me. Thank you for giving me a chance to spread this awareness. Let's break the misconceptions about therapy for special needs together.